Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you're looking for a set of chains that are going to have a lot of the same qualities of those more premium tire chains, but still be very affordable, and what I mean those same qualities is something that's really easy to get on your tire and off your tire and get you through those moderate snow and ice conditions, then the Titan Chain tire chains with an assisted tensioner are going to be a great option for you, especially on our 2024 Hyundai Kona. Now we're going to have this on our front axle as what the manual recommends, and our tire size is going to be 215 60 R17. Now this is what we have today. It also will fit a variety of other tire sizes. If you're not sure if this is going to fit you though, you can plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find the correct fit for you. What's going to give it the ability to get through that moderate snow and ice is going to be the design of the links. These are going to be square links. So what we get out of these square links is these hard edges. That hard edge is going to help bite through that ice and snow. These are also going to be very low profile, so they're going to fit really nice on what we have today. They give us plenty of space underneath our suspension. They're actually going to be Class S chains, so you shouldn't have to worry about them making contact with anything. And they're also going to be made from a manganese nickel alloy. And what that means is this material, while it is going to be pretty sturdy, the main benefit is it's going to be weather resistant. So you can use these a ton of times and they shouldn't rust for a while. We're also going to have a diamond pattern to them. What we get out of a diamond pattern is we're getting a lot of coverage on this tire, and ultimately that's going to give you more traction overall. Then underneath that, here in the center, we're going to have these coated links. These coated links are designed for any spots like this. If this were to be bouncing around and make contact with your rim, it's going to be less likely to scratch anything. And right next to that, we're going to have the assisted tensioner. The way this works is we have these gray links that go through a couple loops, and it's applying tension throughout, giving us a pretty good snug fit. But we also have this rubber area right here. And the way that's designed to work is you try to get into a pretty tight spot, and if it were to loosen up, we're still going to be applying tension because we have this rubber area. These chains will come in a set of 2 in this pretty durable container, and I'm a big fan of this because one, it is pretty soft, so it's just nice to have around in your vehicle just in case it makes contact with anything. But also, if I open this up from both sides, we're going to have these pockets. I'm a big fan of those pockets because it's going to keep our chains separated. If you have to untangle your chains too, that's not going to be fun. So keeping everything separate is definitely a big bonus in my book. Now, overall, or in my opinion, I think this is a really nice chain because it is very affordable. It is really easy to get on. We don't have to get underneath the Kona because the Kona is pretty low to the ground, and that's not going to be fun making any connections back there. But if you are trying to get through those moderate snow and ice conditions, it's great. Now, if you want to take it a step further, then I'd recommend the Koenig self-tensioning tire chains. One, they're going to be a little bit more sturdy, a little bit better constructed. They're going to last you longer, and they have a self-tensioner on there. Now, if you didn't install these properly or something happened and they loosened up by a lot, then chances are it could make contact with your suspension. With the self-tensioning tire chain though, it will constantly apply tension to your chains. So even if it loosened up by a lot, they have a device on there that will continue to keep it tight. But for most people, I think this is going to be fine, honestly. And if you want to see what this installation process looks like, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through the process. To start off the installation, I'm going to lay out my chains and grab some gloves, just make this a bit easier. And if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home, trying this out, because you don't want to have to try to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for with the chains out is to make sure nothing's damaged and to make sure nothing's tangled up. Once that looks good, we want to make sure it's in the right orientation, making sure these hooks have the flat side facing up. So it's going to be the side that's facing our tire, and this cord closest to the tire itself. On the other side, we're going to have these yellow links, and we follow that to the center. We want to make sure nothing's connected here. If that looks like that, then we're good, and we're going to start putting it on our tire. The way I like to do this is just to push everything to the relative sides, grab it, and almost sling it around, making sure everything reaches its destination on each side of the tire. Once we've done that, I'm just going to make sure nothing's got tangled up. Everything looks pretty good. Then I'm going to make that connection on the back, which is going to involve this channel and this metal block going into each other, like that. I'm going to maintain control of my chains and drape the front side over the front of the tire. And from here, we're going to connect this green link with this this green hook with this yellow link. Now you'll notice this is hanging pretty low, so we just want to adjust this so it's even on both ends. So I'm kind of aiming for the center of this side of the tire. Then I'm going to come to the bottom. I'm going to grab this red channel, and we're going to lead this gray links through here. I'll apply some tension, some pressure to it, and then I'm going to keep pressure or tension on it and feed this through each one of these eyelets, applying tension through each one. Once this is all the way through, then I'm going to try to go to the furthest point that I can across our rim. And from here, I can't make that connection, so what I'm going to do is just keep leading this up until I reach a spot that I can. Right here seems pretty good. And I can just pull on this, make sure everything feels pretty good, nice and tight. And if it does, you can repeat this process on the other side. After that, I just recommend backing up or pulling forward some, just to make sure nothing's shifting too much. You still have a good fit. And if you do, you can take it out for a ride. But that was just a look at the Titan chain tire chains with the assisted tensioner on our 2024 Hyundai Kona. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.